I still don't... That just breaks everything that I know then, because how am I going to build a machine that causes the next thing to follow a different path? That just doesn't seem to work. I need to do it in 2 directions and in no directions at all as well. Which, hello? I see that every 0 that comes out can do some rewriting before sending out all of the answers, all of the outputs from the Y ports. Right? The 0 itself could follow a path. Yes, the 0 itself could follow a path that does some weird routing. So if it detects a 2, then what happens is it will... if it detects a 2, what happens is it will... I don't know. This is like 2 different machines I have to build at once, and I don't even know how to build either of them. Oh, it's a consistent loop. The X produces a single neutral U bit that will go in a consistent loop. And that loop is what causes the increase or decrease. That loop can be made pretty small, I think. And an obstructor will hold the loop from working until it detects 2 or non-2. Right? Right? Alright, let's try building that. I'm gonna move the ports out first. Let's try building it. An X port will first produce an object that will go in a loop. Let's make the loop fairly big so that we can work on it. Basically what it should do is... see, this will do the reading basically. It will... it will go on a loop, and what that loop will do is that loop has 4 stages. And those 4 stages will each be separated by one of these, and these will only be released when the next bit from S0 comes in. So let's do that first, just to show. Each of these can be a single B that does something. But that B has to do something very special. This B has to connect to all of these. It will have to write 8 to one of these and 0 to the rest. Can I make that happen? Enough. How did something else? There was something else that does the exact thing. Is it an alternator? No. I want to say it's an oscillator, but it's not the oscillator. The oscillator... yeah, the oscillator does the opposite of what I want. Is it a router? Yeah, it's a router. See? That must be wise to produce ellipses when nothing happens on one of these guys. So it's something like this. But now I have to automate the forward or backwardness of this. So as you have another machine that controls which direction this goes in. Oh, sorry, wrong level. Rotator, right? This B will control all the 5s. And this will go in a loop forever. I want to build one that does the opposite and goes the other direction. Can I do that? See, because each of these need to link to all 4 of these, I don't like that. If this B activates... Okay, you know what? You know what? If each of these activate a single output from a Y port, for example, can each of these Y ports do something to the 5, the 6, the 7, and the 8? I think the answer is yes, but you know, it just has to, there just has to be a lot of space. There straight up just has to be a lot of space. Otherwise it won't work. I can do these. And I need 4 things to surround it. 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside. Ah, there's so much space, that's not gonna work. But 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside is it works very well with this range because this range is exactly 0 to 2. It will work a lot better if I could just put them in a single row. But the issue is I can't because there's just... Okay, there is space if I did this, but it doesn't work for this final bit here. There's just barely not enough space, you see? Maybe I can split it into 2 halves. And each of these 2 halves has its own thing going. Can that work? I mean, it might be able to work. Just not a lot of space at all is the issue. Yeah, this will form a consistent loop. So that's as small as things can get for the looping. It is kind of an issue though for the looping. And I don't need 2. Well, I guess the thing about this is that this works in either direction. So like, it's less of making two pipes. Oh yeah, even then there's no space. It's a lot of space constraint. I hate that it's all about space constraining. Because that clearly means that my answer is wrong. Like, it clearly means that I don't have enough space to do this. But this really seems to want to work. What each of these bees will do is they'll produce an output that will change one of these to 8 and the rest to 0. Doesn't it then need to hit 4 writers, like in total? See, it's either this or a massive wiring issue. It's either a space issue or wiring issue. Because if this B, like if each of these can have something that writes a 0 or an 8 next to them, then I can save a lot of space, right? I need a pretty small area to comparatively to build my machine. The issue is that the wiring is going to be a monster to work with. Because each of these have to match to a different set of wires. Alternatively though, there can be a natural 0 writer to everything. Everything writes 0 before it ends. Everything writes itself back to 0 before outputting. This will set everything back to 0. And actually I can make it a vertical line as well. And so all I need to do now is only have the 8 writer, which actually works a lot better for... Yeah, it works a lot better for this loop kind of thing. So right now I only need an 8 writer here. Actually, I don't need to do this. Yeah, I don't know what this B means. I've tried using it, I think, but I don't think it works really well. Oh. So yeah, basically this is the thing that happens. And then each of these bees will link to each one of these guys. I want to say and also everything else, but that's clearly not gonna work. If I instead made it so the output, this dummy is the one that connects to everything else, would that make it better? So I have a red wire that connects to all the actual outputs, and then these are all blue wires that each connect to their own fake output. So like this is a 5, this goes to 6, this goes to 7. So I guess we'll make this 7, we'll make this 6, and then this goes to 8. The only issue with this is that I need to build one that goes backwards as well. Oh yeah, I didn't wire these. Yeah. And of course, each of these need to have some output of their own as well, so... What? No. Each of these B's should also end up removing all of these obstructors. Whoa. Huh. Wow, that is okay. 0, 8. Right, no, but we're testing the increasing. Again, this is wrong. This goes to here, then this goes to here, and then... Okay, yeah, but this shouldn't just let go of the obstructor. This will make a consistent increase, right? This will make a consistent loop. So actually, if you continue doing this, you keep getting the increasing lefts to rights. Wow, that works, but obviously something else has to happen here instead of B just activating these obstructors. What should be activating the obstructors is actually this, what comes out here. Now this works in one direction, it doesn't work in the other direction though. And I don't think I can make it work in the other direction. But I can. No, I cannot. I can make anything go in the same direction, but I can't make two things go in opposite directions around the circle. Like, if I wanted something else to go through the same route, right, in the opposite direction, I'll need the input to be in like if this is clockwise, I need the input to come in anti-clockwise. But that means here, everything would just exit out the anti-clockwise entrance. If it went clockwise, it would just exit out the anti-clockwise entrance. And in that case, if I put an arrow to change it, then the anti-clockwise bit will start moving clockwise. So I don't think that's right. Maybe instead it's a long straight line that ends with reactivating this X. And that can go forward and backwards. Can we try that? Can we try that? A long straight line that a long straight line, or not straight line, but a long line in general. Okay, the line doesn't have to be that odd, but... The line doesn't have to be straight. Like, let's say I make the line like an S shape like this. It really just depends on the end, honestly. In fact, the line only needs to be, I think, 7 long. Excluding any outputs. Okay. This is 7 long. So excluding outputs, you get this and this. You'll need one that turns right coming in, one that turns right coming in the other direction. Those will be your actual inputs by these, which will be controlled by the detection of these guys. No, this isn't gonna work. Because I don't want things to be caught in the obstructor when the next bit comes out and is detected. Is it another one of those push forward, push back sort of deal? We had one of those in in that one where I had the is it stack compiler? Yeah, the one where we had where's my actual stack compiler? This one, where something goes forward and something goes backwards, based on whether it detects this value. Oh, that's it, isn't it? Oh, that's so big though. That machine is so big. And we have 4 things here, so that machine isn't even this isn't small, that machine is massive. This is as small as I can make it already, right? Maybe, I don't know, it could be made... Nah, it couldn't be made any more compact, I think. Oh, that is really tough. Okay. I can make it maybe slightly easier if instead it was simply just... No, but these need to be... There's so many icons though. It needs to have an obstructor, it needs to have a conveyor, it needs to have a B sensor. B sensor? Same thing. I can't do just one of each. A 0 first does nothing. So 0 should just keep activating this Y first. Okay, what if I had 4 B sensors that each linked to the Y sensors over here, but additionally there were an extra set of conveyors that were activated by the next one. It has so much space it doesn't even work, I don't think. It's very small, but it's too small. It doesn't work otherwise. If I had 4 B sensors, I could have a forward direction be one that goes through this B sensor and directs the next one to go up above it. And whenever a 2 is detected, we'll direct the stream of zeros that follows into this direction. Okay. A 0 means nothing changes. A 2, 4, 6 means something changes. Each value outputs something. How does the fact that zeros keep coming out even work? How does it work? How can I make it so that zeros still follow the direction of the 2 even after the 2 is no longer there? Because there's a decrease even after zeros are detected again. Like, if I build that kind of machine, what will have to happen is the 0 first, it checks for 0. If it equals 0, then we'll send it away. If not, checks for 2, 4, and 6. Or 2 and 4, and if it doesn't counter, it doesn't check either, then nothing happens, right? And then based on what the 2 and 4 are, we'll simply, based on whether 2 or 4 are detected. The issue is that the 2 and 4 themselves also have to be part of this, right? The 2 doesn't count for. Oh, that's such a big machine. It's almost like they don't want me to build such a big thing on the side first. Okay, can we go back to the cycles thing? See, the issue with the cycles is that wiring is really hard. Can I fix that? Can I fix the wiring issue? Can I fix the wiring issue by putting each of these machines on the sides instead? If this 6 were here, for example, and were flipped over, then there'll be space in the center to do stuff. Right? The 5 can go here, 6 can go here, 7 can go here, and 8 can go here. And then the middle is where all the magic happens. The cool thing about this is that the wires on the sides won't hit anything. It will only take up that much space. So wiring now affects these 4 things, which are a lot easier to handle because they're all easily accessible from the center. Oh my god, how long have I worked on this? An hour and 10 minutes, jeez. Okay, well I still have time to record, so it's okay, it's okay. Now I can build multiple loops, and each loop can in fact affect the wires without having to worry about crossing wires anymore. And each of them can be used different colors, right? So I can build 2 loops. A loop that will work if... see, the problem is that... Okay. Let's just build the loops first. Just don't worry about it. The issue with these two loops is that these two loops, well, these two loops are big, and well, they can get the sense and H to switch positions, right? This B, 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 B. One will go from the top, one will go from the bottom. Yes, so one will go from the top, and we'll go this way, and we'll loop. See, the problem with the other one is it can't do this because this one turns clockwise. This has to turn anti-clockwise, and in fact, what will then happen is that either the thing breaks or the wiring becomes more complicated. This I can easily map to 5. This I can easily map to 6. This I can fairly easily map to 7. And then this I can easily map to 8. The rest I can just use red wires and then it'll be fine because it doesn't have to mix with the blue wires. But the problem with this is that if this were to happen for here, you have to start 5, then 8, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 8, 7, 6, 5, 8, 7, 6, 5. But this means that I'm supposed to go in the other direction, but the Y port doesn't, like, it doesn't do that, right? Like, okay, if I made an X port here, watch what happens when this thing does this. It will go here, it will go back this way, but I don't like that. It shouldn't. How do I fix that? Everything will always tend to go clockwise. If I did this, it's still clockwise. It always goes clockwise. Like, this will go anti-clockwise, right? This will go clockwise, this will go anti-clockwise. So this will go... So like something like this will go 5, 8, 7, 6, but then it will turn up again. Which, like, what? No, don't do that. What if I add a conveyor at the very top that resolves everything? This is so scuffed, but it should work. Okay, well, there's your 2 loops. So now I can do the same thing with this red loops. This goes to 5, this goes to 6, this goes to 7, and this goes to 8. Okay, before I do that, oh, I can't touch the B. Oops. Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll just stick to this then. This goes to 5, this goes to 6, this goes to 7, this goes to 8. And then there should be one that does nothing, there should be one that... Oh, dude, the space. What if I went this way? Oh my gosh, wait, what if I went this way? This actually shrinks it down a lot, right? This will only go clockwise. Oh god. Oh god. What is going on? Of course, I don't want to do it over and over again. I'm just checking the center. There will be inhibitors, obstructors to offset these. Of course, it shouldn't do this first. Okay. Cool, this will save space. And hopefully it isn't too hard to rewire as well. Ah, no, but I do need a central wire to activate all the obstructors at once. So I do need this to be out here. Okay. The central wire affecting all obstructors is very mean though, although it's technically possible. This is a central wire that affects every obstructor. Yeah, I can activate with the B here, I think. Ooh, don't activate this X. Okay, yeah, that's the... Jeez. Yeah, this will go backwards, yeah? It does seem to go backwards, but we suddenly get a lot of duplicates. Why is that? Oh, because at this point it will touch B twice, won't it? I mean, it kind of felt like it was already an issue before that. Oh, this is never detect. Okay. Oh, you know why? There's this weird. Wait, no, this shouldn't affect it. What? This B goes here. Oh, this is affecting itself. It shouldn't do that. Yeah, and this will cause it to hit twice, which will cause all the duplications. Okay, it's breaking. This is not a sustainable idea. 2 loops itself is not sustainable, but let's just get rid of the 2 loops and figure out if there's another better idea. The line method is better maybe because it prevents the use of 2 loops. So there's only 1 wire system to work with instead of 2. Right? But the line isn't a loop, is the issue. The line isn't a loop. The line isn't a loop. Dang. Can I make it a loop? But if I made it a loop, they'll all go clockwise no matter what. And I can't use arrows to change it. I can't use a single loop to solve this problem. Unless I can, but I don't know how. Okay. My idea is just straight up wrong, maybe. That's why loops are so much easier, but loops are so hard to program. Maybe this makes loops easier to program. I don't know. I'll just go back to making loops. The problem is that loops only work in one direction. A counterclockwise loop won't work. How do I make an increasing loop? I have to make the loop bigger, I guess? I can do that. I can make the loop... Instead of an 8, I can make the loop a 9? A 10? I can make the loop a 10. Just adding space to it. That makes a much bigger loop, but it's entirely possible. Oh, actually, if this were to happen, then wouldn't an arrow not be required? So we'll make it bigger, but would an arrow no longer be required? Okay. Then why don't I do that? This will either go in one direction or the other direction. This will go this direction first. So this will be the counterclockwise mechanism. If this is the counterclockwise mechanism, then we need a clockwise mechanism, but we can just do the same by rotating it. We can just do it by copying and having one on top. So like this will go... Oh, will they both go? This will go, yeah, see? So this will go clockwise. This will go... Oh, they both go counterclockwise. Oops. That's fine. I can always put a... Yeah, now conveyors actually do help because it no longer affects anything at all. Jeez, move please. The only issue with this is that this is very, very dumb looking. It's... Well, it's not dumb looking, but... See, now the issue is that how do I make it so that... The input has to be on the side with the longer side. Cause see, how am I gonna make the obstructors all work together now? I can't fit all I can't connect the obstructors together because they're no longer on the centers of each line. To make them on the center of each line, right, the input has to be on the long side. If it takes up a short side, then there'll be no space to put an obstructor there. I can't put the obstructors on the same long side. Okay, I can do this. One of them will go... They'll both go up. They'll both go up. Then they'll go in the opposite directions. The only issue is that one of them will do the opposite, right? Yeah, one of them will do some weird stuff. One of them will get obstructed first. Okay, that is unless they both go clockwise. If I remove these, then they both go... One of them will go clockwise, the other one should also go clockwise. Oh, the other one should also go in the same direction. This might work. Wait. No. I wanted to hit a B before an obstructor. Should be in the other direction. Yes. Wait. No, isn't it the same issue where one of them will always hit the obstructor first? The obstructor will be on here. So one of them will always hit the obstructor first, and I think this is true no matter what. Can make them both hit the obstructor first if I did this. They'll both hit obstructors first, so that at least standardizes something. Can I make this? Actually, I can make this like really small. Why did I not do this? I have two loop spaces? Ah, because I can't connect them. This is a very small machine, but I can't connect all of the obstructors up without messing stuff up. And why are there only 3 Bs? There should be 4 Bs. Oh, okay, well, that's why. Where's the 4th B? Oh, they're here. I destroyed them at some point. I think it's supposed to be in between these two obstructors. Oh, this is a B first. That's why it looked like this was fine. It wasn't. Okay, well these 2 loops thing don't work clearly. I need to find a better way to make 2 loops or another method of doing this. Okay. I think this is a point where I take a break from this rotator thing. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna call it here. I'm probably gonna edit this to like just cut out all of this empty space. Yeah, anyway, we'll see how I'll see if I get an idea for this. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.